I am a chill capybara. But I accidentally transmigrated into the body of Jiang Yuan, the most hated actress on the internet. Facing the insults of netizens, I just chew away. The lettuce in my mouth is quite fine. The netizens are completely powerless against me. During a variety show, the haughty young miss sneaked into my room late at night. Can I hold you? Better not. I insist. Fine, whatever. Spicy comments flooded the internet. Her emotions are so stable, I want to date her. And just like that, I became an overnight sensation. University students across the web even started shouting, asking me to be their mom. I stared at my phone in a daze, getting ready to reply. The elite industry mogul gritted his teeth. Don't you dare reply whatever again, try me. My name is Capybara. I am a water pig. My brown fur feels like a broom. The things we capybaras must do every day are days off and take a bath and days off, eat grass and days off and eat grass. We are the most zen animals in the world. Don't be fooled by our blank stares. Once you mess with us, you basically kicked a piece of cotton. We are lazy, but we are deeply loved in the animal kingdom. If the road is too far, Brother Pelican lets me stand on his back and fly me there. If the road is short, Sister Crocodile lets me stand on her back and carry me. When we go to eat, we stack up. I stand on my mom's back. As the smallest capybara, I lost my footing and fell off. When I woke up, I had transmigrated into the entertainment industry. As an 18th tier, universally hated starlet. Sorry, host, I bound the wrong person. Whatever. I'm telling you, I bound the wrong person. Aren't you even angry? I think the bed here is quite soft. I wanted to sleep, but the original owner's phone rang. Under the system's frantic prompting, I successfully pressed the answer button. Jiang Yuan, I'm with Ruyan now. Stop pestering me. If you dare target Ruyan again, I will never let you off. Let's delete each other. Fine? Sure. So, I clumsily deleted the number labeled as him. I turned back to continue my dead body style sleep. I slept for 2 straight days. When I woke up, I was surrounded by a large crowd. My manager, Sister Wang, saw me wake up. Her eyes were full of shock. You're not dead? Nearby, the police officers and the coroner stood to the side. Outside the door, there were several neighbors, secretly holding their phones, live-streaming me. I'm hungry, so I slowly got up and opened the fridge. I took out a large handful of leftover vegetables and started crunching on them. What are you doing? I'm eating. Didn't you kick the bucket? The neighbor said you hadn't left for 2 days. And there was a smell of blood in the room. And your phone was off. I glanced at the blood on my hand. I must have bitten myself again. By accident while I was sleeping. We capybaras generally can't distinguish between what's edible and what isn't. Sister Wang frowned, clearly disdainful of my words. Then why didn't you treat the wound? Oh, right. The police and the coroner gave Sister Wang a stern lecture on procedure. And then left. Seeing this, the neighbors outside started gossiping. Afterward, this series of events was posted online by paparazzi. The entire internet erupted in fury. Does she think she owns the police station? Faking her own death just because she got blocked? It's been 3 years, has she still not given up? Our Ruyan and Xiayun are the perfect match. She even pushed Ruyan on the show earlier. Ruyan is still in the hospital. Once everyone left, Sister Wang immediately looked at me with uncontrollable rage. Look at you. Do you think you don't have enough scandals already? Do you even want to survive in this industry anymore? Whatever works. Fine, just let the world burn. You have a variety show to attend tomorrow. Ruyan and Xiayun will be there too. Be careful when the time comes. But then again, you'll get hated no matter what you do. Just eat more, sleep more, and talk less. Anyone else would have been angry. But I just nodded obediently. Okay, this is our capybara nature, after all. Eat more, sleep more, and talk less. Yeah, but her brain isn't working and her EQ is low. That was a truly malicious comment. I didn't listen. The next day, I grabbed the suitcase Sister Wang had packed for me and went to the filming location. The system gave me a quick crash course. This was a live survival-themed romance variety show. The heroine Lu Ruyan and the hero Xiayun were also there. The original owner was Xiayun's gold-digging first love. After breaking up with the then poor Xiayun, she entered the entertainment industry, but stayed mediocre, until Xiayun graduated university, and was accidentally scouted by a talent agent. He instantly became a top-tier idol. So, the original owner pestered Xiaoyun multiple times, even cornering him at the dressing room door to talk about the past. Eventually, she earned Xiaoyun's disgust, and netizens dug up her past, making her a blacklisted star everyone wanted to attack. Out of jealousy, she pushed the young starlet Lu Ruyan, which completely enraged Xiaoyun. In this survival romance show, she was cast as the villainess, to deepen the bond between the leads. In the end, she successfully played herself to death. After finishing the summary, the system apologized to me. Host, according to the plot, you won't live long. Apologies, but the plot says you won't survive long. Living is fine. And dying is also okay. There were 8 guests in total, 4 men and 4 women. The male guests were, number 1, the wealthy CEO Zhao Jing, number 2, the top-tier idol Xiaoyun, number 3, movie king Zhou Yan, number 4, the elite industry mogul Xiao Che. The female guests were, number 1, the popular starlet Lu Ruyan, number 2, the haughty young Miss Song Jai, number 3, the famous influencer Lu Lele, number 4 was me. As soon as we landed on the island, the live stream began for the whole internet. The various male and female guests walked into the temporary thatched hut one by one, and introduced themselves. To increase intimacy among the guests, the director asked everyone to call each other by nicknames. When it was my turn, I said seriously, just call me Capybara. Some people burst out laughing, and even Xiao Che, opposite me, had a hint of a smile in his eyes. The comments section was instantly flooded with LOLs. What a clown. Isn't she just trying to get my idol's attention? Don't be so ridiculous above me. Everyone has a nickname. Jiang Yuan just shared a nickname. How is that trying to get your idol's attention? Jiang Yuan. She really has a constitution that gets hated for everything she does. First time hearing Zhang's nickname. I told you she's just a clown. My Lu Ruyan even called her sister. Hilarious, she debuted earlier than Lu Ruyan. But her popularity isn't even close to my Ruyan's. I didn't see the comments. I watched as the guests began assigning tasks. Discussing them in detail, I sat to the side, dazing off, so hungry. What's for lunch? The production team used only one black walkie-talkie to communicate with us. The final result was out. Xiao Che and I were a team, responsible for foraging in the woods. Lu Ruyan and Xiaoyun were a team, responsible for gathering firewood for cooking. The young Miss Song Jai and the wealthy Zhao Jingji were a team, responsible for following clues, to find the survival supplies left by the crew. The last group was to make simple bed boards in the thatched hut. Ruyan asked me with concern, Teacher Jiang. You don't have any objections, do you? I nodded. Whatever works. She was momentarily stunned, clearly not expecting me to agree so easily. Even Xiaoyun's eyes showed a hint of surprise. He frowned. Seemingly unexpected. That I didn't resist. He and Ruyan were in the same group. He was certain I would make a scene. But right now, my mind was blank. I stood there motionless with my mouth slightly open, clearly dazing off again. The others felt the awkward atmosphere and started changing the subject. Xiao Che walked up to me with his hands in his pockets. Let's go. I nodded. I followed unhurriedly behind Xiao Che. Into the woods. Xiao Che was an industry mogul. Impatient and rarely smiling at people. It wasn't until we reached the end of the woods that he turned back to glance at me. At that moment, a bird was perched on top of my head. And a squirrel was riding on my shoulder. I looked absolutely ridiculous. The corners of his mouth couldn't help but twitch. I widened my eyes and blinked at him, clueless as to why he was laughing. Wait, I suddenly find Jiang Yuan so cute. A bit of a natural animal whisperer vibe? That bird has been on her head the whole way. The squirrel was just crawling on her back earlier, and she didn't move an inch. It must be staged. Squirrels are usually quite shy around people, especially wild ones. How could it possibly be so friendly? Is it a pet she brought herself? Trying to set up an animal lover persona? 3 minutes later, Xiao Che and I stood before a small lake. The lake was surrounded by dense tall grass, making one worry that something might jump out at any second. After all, this was a deserted island. Nobody knew if any fierce wild animals would appear. Xiao Che wasn't afraid. In his youth, he had been thrown into a special base at the edge of a desert, and trained for several years. Deserts have rattlesnakes and wolves at night. He had even been kidnapped once as a child. The production team knew this, which is why they allowed him to bring a machete on the show. Although before filming, the crew had already sent people to scout the island, ensuring no aggressive wildlife was found before they felt safe to film. But it was a deserted island after all. No one could be 100% sure it was danger-free. I saw A large patch of wild kiwis and chocolate vines. On the other side of the lake, I instinctively stepped forward, but Xiaoqie pulled me back. I saw him pull out his knife. His voice was very low. There's a crocodile and blood. The fans in the live room were also terrified. Seriously. The edge of the lake was hidden by water plants. A big crocodile just came out. It seems to be swimming toward Xiaoqie. Oh my god, if something happens. It's all over. The crocodile moved fast. Xiaoqie grabbed my hand and ran toward the woods. After a few steps, the crocodile reached the shore. Xiaoqie vigilantly raised his machete. I glanced at the crocodile. Its large, round eyes squinted slightly, seemingly catching my scent. It turned its head away with some disdain, but I heard its voice clearly. Ugh, it's a capybara. Better not eat it. Eating them makes you stupid. Now it was my turn to be speechless. 3 more birds flew onto my head one after another, continuing to stack up. I didn't move a muscle. Xiaoqie looked at me and sighed. There's a crocodile here. We can't get the food. We might go hungry. Hearing that, I couldn't stay still. That's absolutely not okay. What we capybaras fear most is hunger. After all, our daily routine consists of dazing off, eating, and sleeping. None of these 3 can be missing. So, I took a few steps, with the devil's pace of a capybara. When I stood on the back of the 200-pound crocodile, Xiaoqie was dumbfounded. Seeing that the crocodile knew what I wanted to do, after all, we capybaras have always been very popular, with a great reputation in the animal kingdom, but our image as gluttonous, sleepy dazers, who are basically professional loafers, is well known to all animals. Before Xiaoqie could react, the crocodile had already swum into the lake. Wait, what is up with this girl? Isn't this a live stream? When did they start using AI? There has never been such a mind-blowing existence. Standing on the crocodile's back, it quickly reached the other side of the lake. I leisurely picked the fruit, then leisurely stepped back onto the crocodile's head. She's back. This girl actually came back. Her satchel was bulging. Did she really go pick fruit? Wait, have crocodiles switched to a vegetarian diet now? After returning to the thatched hut, there were several more tents across from it. The supplies we found. The crew wasn't entirely heartless. They also left a few tents. Otherwise, I couldn't imagine how many people the hut could hold. When Xiaoqie returned, he had also speared a fish by the lake. Combined with the fruit, it counted as solving tonight's dinner. After eating, Songjia sat to the side and rubbed her belly. I'm not full. I want the tonkatsu ramen my family's chef makes. I was startled. Tonkatsu, pork bone? Was she thinking? Lu Ruyan, beside her, pointed to the center tent. I'm sleeping here tonight. The others frowned, but said nothing. Xiaoyun chose the tent next to her. And then the 2 snuck into the woods for some flirtatious interaction. In the comments, their ship's fans were dying of excitement. I lay in the tent, thinking of the days of flying with pelicans on the African savanna, watching lionesses fall in love every day. I sighed. Whatever, I'll just take things as they come. This is actually quite nice. This is a survival-themed romance show. Today, only the CEO and the influencer Lu Lele stayed behind to watch the tents. Everyone else set out to find food. Since Xiaoqie said he saw a crocodile by the lake, no one dared to go there again. They could only search the forest. I watched the small animals that were eager to approach me, glancing at Xiaoqie from time to time. He had already spotted the snow-white pelican, standing upright and looking at me from across the way. Oh no. Thinking about how much those head-clamping pelicans hurt, I instinctively took a step back in fear. Bumping into Xiaoqie's chest, his warm breath fell on the top of my head. You okay? I nodded blankly, still a bit wary of that big pelican across from us. Pelicans. They aren't very popular in our animal kingdom. The reason is that they want to taste everything they see. They'll try to take a bite out of anything they pass by. They have zero sense of personal boundaries. Lu Ruyan frowned slightly, her gaze toward me radiating a holy mother glow, full of blame and pity. Teacher Jiang, pelicans don't eat people. You don't need to be so afraid. You're scaring him. After saying that, she even walked right up to the pelican, smiling as she stroked its head. The pelican tilted its head, clearly confused. I heard its voice. Huh? Don't know what this is, but I want to eat it. As expected, Jiang Yuan's animal whisperer persona is crumbling, right? Pelicans really don't eat people, and they aren't fierce animals either. Why be so scared? Isn't she just taking the chance to get close to the mogul? Acting all weak. Our Lu Ruyan would never do that. Animals don't lie. Look at the pelican while Lu Ruyan strokes its head. It's not resisting at all. Hey! The next second, Lu Ruyan let out a scream. I quickly covered my eyes. Peeking through the gaps in my fingers. Through my fingers, I could clearly see. The pelican had opened its mouth wide, and clamped onto Lu Ruyan's head. It wouldn't let go. Xia Yun, beside her, grew frantic. He almost instinctively grabbed a wooden stick nearby, and hit the pelican, but the more the pelican was startled, the tighter it clamped. It just flapped its wings. Lu Ruyan's screams filled the air. The others were also terrified by the scene. Just moments ago, the pelican was very submissive while Lu Ruyan stroked its head. Why did it suddenly start biting? Seeing Xia Yun's actions, I quickly spoke up. You don't need to be afraid. Once it gets tired of biting, it will let go and leave. Lu Ruyan was so scared she was almost crying. How is that possible? You're not the one being bitten. Quickly drive it away. Hit it. Just kill it. Xia Yun hesitated for a moment, not knowing what to do. Xiao Che then spoke up slowly. The pelican is a second-class protected national animal. It won't really hurt anyone. If you kill it, you might face criminal charges. Listen to Jiang Yuan, it'll let go in a moment. The more you provoke it, the less it can control itself, and it will clamp even tighter. Xia Yun could only drop the stick in his hand. Beside him, Lu Ruyan, whose entire head was clamped by the pelican, was terrified but had no choice. I stood to the side and gave her a sympathetic look. We capybaras are all afraid of pelicans. After all, these clamping idiots are like they're sick in the head. They clearly can't eat it, yet they insist on clamping it. They harass you tirelessly. Sure enough, after a short while, the pelican let go. Lu Ruyan didn't dare touch it again. She dove straight into Xia Yun's arms. The pelican had just eaten fish. Its mouth was fishy, and now that smell was all over Lu Ruyan's face. She didn't notice. As she kept burrowing into Xia Yun's embrace, Xia Yun instinctively took a step back. That fishy smell was just too intense. Lu Ruyan's face even had pelican saliva on it. He really couldn't take it. I watched the scene blankly, remembering when I had been clamped by one of those idiots too. Back then, did I smell bad as well? Luckily, to get away from it back then, my siblings and I all jumped into the lake together. I should have been washed clean. Xiao Che leaned down and whispered in my ear from behind. No. Nothing. It's nothing. Oh. I turned back and saw the dazed pelican looking at me. I heard its voice. Want a taste? No, I want to taste everything. Just one bite, Teacher Jiang. Pelicans don't eat people. I was about to say whatever, but the man behind me pulled out his 40-meter-long machete and pointed it at the pelican. Scram! I dazed off and blinked. I'm out of here, I'm out of here. Next time, then. After the pelican flew away, everyone let out a sigh of relief. They picked some wild fruit randomly and hurried back to the hut. The comments were also exploding. The animals on this island don't seem very bright. Who was saying Lu Ruyan is an animal magnet just now? LOL. Jiang Yuan's emotions are truly stable. If it were me, I'd have been crying long ago. Back at the hut, we could see the mountain bikes in the distance. And the crew in their red vests. Seeing that everyone was fine, the director finally breathed a sigh of relief. God knows, when he saw Xiao Che encounter the crocodile on the live stream yesterday, he had already imagined his own funeral. The Xiao family had even sent people to find him overnight. As soon as it was light today, he came over by boat, terrified that something would happen to these guests on the island. Fortunately, the first episode of filming was considered complete. He wiped the sweat from his forehead, relieved. Teachers, I am so sorry. Our staff didn't scout thoroughly enough. We didn't expect there to be crocodiles in the lake. For everyone's safety, we can't stay here any longer. The others were overjoyed. I didn't want to stay in this place anyway. They simply grabbed their respective suitcases, and we all boarded the boat. After returning to Ningqing, the livestream continued. Once they filmed everyone leaving, this episode would be officially over. The second episode was scheduled for tomorrow morning. As for tonight, everyone could go back and rest. Everyone had someone picking them up. After all, having seen a crocodile on the island in the livestream, who could resist coming to check on them? But the original host was an orphan. All around me were sounds of people weeping with joy. The parents of the wealthy Song Jiai were even holding her and crying loudly. The director nearby looked like he wanted to disappear on the spot. I stood to the side and saw Xia Yun glance at me. his face showing an unbearable look of pity. I was completely oblivious, staring at my shoulder in a daze. Suddenly, it began to rain heavily. I didn't move an inch. It's good to let some water wash through my brain. We capybaras really love that. Jiang Yuan. Don't look like that. It makes people uncomfortable. I blinked. Some humans are weirder than a boiling kettle. I just simply like letting the rain wash my head. We naturally love soaking in water and being in the rain. Opposite me, Xiao Che, holding a black umbrella, paused as he walked toward me. He stopped in front of me. Then tossed his umbrella aside. I looked at him in confusion. I didn't understand. But I respected him. Seriously, I'm moved to tears. He gets me. I'm starting to like Xiao Che. Everyone, go back with your managers first. See you tomorrow. I nodded and noticed Sister Wang hadn't arrived yet. I silently walked over to Lu Rian's manager. We capybaras generally follow anyone who can provide. We'll nurse anyone's child. If we can't find our own mom, anyone will do. And Lu Rian's manager was the closest to me. She'll do, or she won't, it doesn't matter. Lu Rian's manager's eyes widened. Why are you looking for me? Where's your own manager? I said obediently, she hasn't come yet. The comments section exploded with laughter. LOL hahaha. Her mental state is on another level. As long as it's a manager, it's fine. Or not, that's fine too, right? Ha 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 ha. Who cares whose manager it is, right? Ha ha ha. Anyway, they all have to be sent back tomorrow morning. Xiao Che walked over from the side. I'll take you back. Your manager isn't here yet. I nodded. Okay, not a manager is fine too, as long as someone gives me a ride. The next morning, the program started the live stream early, for safety reasons. The filming location this time was set in a large villa in the city center. It looked like it cost a fortune to rent. When I arrived, except for Xia Yun and Lu Rian, everyone else was already there. Please wait a moment, everyone. When Xia Yun and Lu Rian arrived, both of them looked a bit off. I saw a red mark on Lu Rian's neck. It was quite visible. Even that thick layer of powder couldn't hide it. I looked up blankly, ignoring Lu Rian's triumphant look at me. So humans bite each other too. Little did I know, by the middle of the night, I would be the one nibbling on the big shot. At this moment, I didn't pay attention to Lu Rian's smug gaze. Looking straight elsewhere, the program staff appeared, holding a stack of mission cards, and handed them out one by one. Today's task was to prepare dinner. Collaborating in groups to complete a candlelight dinner. Song Jiai was the first to speak, specifically asking for me. The task we drew was dessert after the meal. I held the tray to assist, while Song Jiai did the cooking herself. When she cracked the eggs, all the eggshell fragments fell into the bowl. I silently picked up chopsticks and fished them out piece by piece. When she spread the flour, it spilled all over the floor. I turned to the corner and pulled out a vacuum cleaner. Song Jiai became increasingly flustered, her hands even shaking. She finally managed to get the cake into shape and picked it up to show me. But Lu Rian accidentally bumped into her from behind. The cake fell directly onto my apron. The cream dripped down the apron. Seeing this at midnight, I'd want to slap myself. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I knew she didn't mean it. So I waved my hand to show it was fine. With that, I pinched a glob of cake, put it in my mouth to taste, and then handed a piece to Song Jiai. The taste is actually quite good. Light immediately sparked in Song Jiai's eyes. As if she hadn't expected me to react this way. She turned back, took out more ingredients, and made another one. This time she was extremely cautious, doing every step slowly. Terrified of making another mistake, the comments drifted by. Do all rich ladies never lift a finger in the kitchen? Who would want a woman like this? Please, her family has maids. Besides, look at Xia Yun next door, he's also a mess. He broke a pot with a bowl, and no one is criticizing him. Is knowing how to cook the only measure of a woman? The person above is being too ridiculous. Song Jiai is already feeling very guilty, and don't bring who wants her into everything. You guys can't even marry a rich girl, so what are you complaining about? Jiang Yuan's emotions are just too stable. I want to kidnap her to be my mom. Honestly, I would have been furious seeing those scenes. Gotta say, Jiang Yuan's emotional stability is real. After dinner, the dessert received praise from everyone. After the recording ended, I came out of the shower, and my phone vibrated. The rich girl actually transferred 10 million to me. The bank transfer note said Sima Mason, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jiang Madashi. I didn't do it on purpose. It seems she really had insomnia. She's staying up in the middle of the night doing this stuff. I sent the money back the way it came. Only replying with 2 words, it's fine. Immediately after, a stranger's friend request popped up. The message note read, it's Xiayun. I'm sorry, I didn't know before. It was my mom who forced me to break up with you. It's my fault. I also figured out the truth about Lu Ruyan. She was the one who framed you. Jiang Yuan, can we go back to how we were? I hesitated for a few seconds. After all, I wasn't the original host. I didn't know exactly what was in her heart. Making a decision for her felt inappropriate. But I knew. She must have been someone who clearly distinguished love from hate. We can't. She's already dead. Xiaoyan replied instantly. Don't curse yourself. I know you still have feelings for me. I just blocked him. Much more practiced than last time. Late at night, Song Jai came to knock on my door. Can I hold you? Better not. I insist. Fine then. There were cameras set up in the room. There were still a few night owls in the livestream room. Comments, this sister's emotions are so stable. Jiang Yuan is really so calm. I'm officially a Jiang Yuan fan from now on. On the final day of the show, the director revealed his final hand. After dinner, he pulled out cards. And asked everyone to sit in a circle, to play truth or dare. The questions were getting sharper and more vicious. Clearly, he was trying to stir up trouble. The bottle spun in the middle. The bottleneck pointed at me first. Lu Ruyan grabbed the card in the middle. Sister Jiang. What is your biggest regret? Me? I searched through the original host's memories for a moment. And seemed to understand where that obsession actually came from. Back in college, she worked several part-time jobs a day. Just to support her boyfriend's studies. Never getting to properly enjoy her college days. Although the original host was an orphan, state subsidies were enough to cover college life. It wasn't exactly luxurious, but definitely not to the point of needing so many jobs. She worked desperately to earn money, only to pay the medical bills for Xiaoyan's sick mother. Once her love brain took over, she sacrificed all her brilliant college years. And even neglected her studies. This led to her acting skills not being up to par after graduation, and no connections in the industry. Despite having a beautiful face, she always remained a C-list celebrity. If she hadn't clung so desperately to Xiaoyun back then, maybe netizens wouldn't have dug her up for discussion now. Xiaoyun's face was as white as paper. He peeked at me quietly, then lowered his head. Lu Ruyan panicked. As if sensing something was wrong. She quickly tried to smooth it over. Then why did you break up back then? Because he was top of his class. And his mother told me to leave. Xiaoyan couldn't sit still anymore. Ignoring the live stream, he stood up abruptly, his chair scraping back half a meter. Everything seemed to be connecting now. Why the original host later clung so hard to Xiaoyan, and refused to let go? It wasn't because she was lowly, it was because she was unwilling. The comments section went quiet for a moment. The past debts between me and Xiaoyun had already been dug up by netizens long ago. I felt the last wisp of obsession remaining in this body completely dissipate, like a wind blowing away the last fallen leaf. She was unwilling to stay any longer. So she forced herself out of this world. So that's how it was. So that's the truth. A freeloader. Using someone else's part-time money for medical bills. Yet Xiaoyan's mother still looked down on Jiang Yuan? Where are the people who called Jiang Yuan a gold digger? Whose money was actually being spent? But she still pushed Lu Ruyan back then. Come on, someone released a video earlier. Lu Ruyan fell on her own, okay? You guys just didn't believe it. My cousin verified it wasn't edited. This couple is so disgusting. The guy is trash, and the girl is trash. They deserve each other. The night ended on a sour note. The director cut the live stream signal in time. I got hungry in the middle of the night. I groggily got up to find food. The kitchen was open plan, connected to the sofa nearby. I searched the fridge, but it was empty. Not even a pack of snacks was left. I glanced over. Under the moonlight, someone was lying on the sofa. So white, looks edible. So I walked straight over. Only then did I see it was Xiaoche on the sofa. My face suddenly flushed. Just as I was about to apologize, Shoo, someone's coming. Song Jia's voice came from outside. It's no good, I still can't sleep. I'll just sleep while holding Jiang Yuan. She's been sleeping while holding you these past few days. What? Nothing. I went back to my room. I saw a glass of water by the cabinet. Likely left by Song Jai. I tilted my head back and gulped it down, but where was he? Wasn't he just looking for me? I instinctively went out to find him. This wine is so hot to drink. My whole body is burning up. I didn't find Song Jai. But I heard his voice from next door, in Zhao Jingji's room. I went over and knocked on the door. No answer. I could only go back to my own room first, but as soon as I entered, I saw a figure lying on the bed. Eh? When did Song Jai come back? Wasn't she at Zhao Jingji's? I lay down and tossed and turned, unable to sleep. Yet I was deathly tired. Early next morning, I hunched my back and slipped out of Xiao Chei's room. My neck covered in hickeys. And opposite me was Song Jai, also looking sneaky. Seeing me, her eyes went wide. I saw you weren't there. Thinking we were leaving soon, I took some alcohol and took care of that man. No, let's be together. I'll take responsibility for you. No way. Both room doors were suddenly opened. After the program recording ended, because of that time I stood next to Lu Ruyan's manager. Sister Wang was exceptionally proactive this time. She arrived 2 hours early. She waved vigorously from afar as soon as she saw me, terrified I'd leave with someone else's manager again. As soon as I got in the car, Sister Wang excitedly pulled out the trending topics on her phone. Look, these are all about you. As artists, we can't be too aloof. You need to interact with fans often. I looked at the comments on the screen and nodded. I read through them one by one carefully. Currently, my fans were divided into 3 parts. The first part was shipping me and Xiao Chei, they were shipping us to death. The second part was voting for me to be their mother. A trending hashtag even appeared. If my mom's emotions were as stable as Zhang Yuan's, I wouldn't have been hit during my childhood. Seeing this, I couldn't help but nod. We capybaras never fight or hit people. At most, we just stare blankly at each other. Whoever moves first loses. Basically, even if we are angry, we're only angry for a moment. The adults have stone faces. And the kids have dead eyes. Our mental state is permanently half dead. We capybaras never start trouble. But it doesn't matter. To us, losing is fine. And winning is okay too. It doesn't really matter. The third group of fans asked me to share the secret of stable emotions. I thought about it, and silently posted a Weibo, sharing our capybara mantra for stability. Space out more, sleep more, eat more snacks, fret less. If you can't change the world, then just lie down. Learning without thinking is useless. Not learning and not thinking is great. If the world weighs on me for years, I'll just harden my heart and space out. 10 years to sharpen a sword, 5 years to turn it over. If there's a tiger on the mountain, beat a hasty retreat. This is a state of mind. Right after the Weibo was posted, fans replied instantly. This secret is too real. What a beautiful mental state. I'm enlightened. Her house will never collapse, no scandals, because she has no house to collapse. I've learned it. Not long after, Xiao Chei forwarded my Weibo, with the caption, don't lead the kids astray. Song Jai also commented. Didn't expect Sister Jiang to be such an intellectual. I nodded. And silently put my phone back in my pocket. Returning to the apartment, as soon as I opened the door, I saw Xiao Chei sitting on the sofa, with a suitcase next to him. Sister Wang's eyes widened. The couple I ship is actually real. I looked confused. Ah, you ship them too? Sister Wang gave Xiao Chei and me a look. Then left the apartment grinning. Just as it closed, Xiao Chei stood up and pulled me into his arms. Sweetie. Time for my official title. Seeing his eyes slightly narrowed, I instinctively felt something was wrong. Just as I was about to say no, he unbuttoned his shirt, revealing his well-defined chest, and buried his face in my neck. What I was about to say turned into an okay. 20 days later, Xiao Chei took me back to the Xiao family. As soon as we entered, the atmosphere felt wrong. No. I will absolutely not allow her into this family. I silently put down the apple one just picked up. And said calmly, okay. Xiao Chei grit his teeth beside me. I replied oddly. Ms. Zhang blinked. This isn't how the script goes. Next, you should say, we truly love each other. And then accuse me of being an unreasonable evil mother-in-law. I suddenly understood, so I had to follow a script. Ms. Zhang cleared her throat. And tried again. I will absolutely not agree to let my Xiao Chei marry you. Marrying is fine, not marrying is also fine. Men are just stuff. Whether they belong to me or not. Ms. Zhang was stunned. Xiaoqie was amused. Have you had enough fun? Ah, enough. I don't know why, but when you don't cooperate, I always seem very petty. After a fairly pleasant dinner, I went upstairs, lay on the bed, and browsed Weibo. The comments were full of fans' messages. With a sister whose emotions are so stable, I really want to date her. Xiaoqie quickly replied, she's already taken. Give up. Other netizens said, she's too stable. Bring her home to be my mom. Just as I was about to reply to that comment, I was pulled into Xiaoqie's arms from behind. Don't you dare reply, that's fine too. A year later, I gave birth to a son. Right after giving birth, I looked at the little cub in the swaddle next to me, and said casually, if you couldn't be born, then forget it. Now that you're out, you should be independent. The doctors and nurses around me were stunned. But this little cub was indeed worry-free. His emotions were exceptionally stable from birth. He didn't cry or make a fuss. When he was hungry, he'd only whimper a bit. He could even hold the bottle and gnaw on the nipple himself. Nanny Zhang always laughed and said I gave birth to a divine baby. But Xiaoqie nearby kept frowning. Is he an idiot? I replied calmly. We capybaras are often suspected of being stupid. I'm already used to it. We only occasionally have high ambitions. Most of the time, we're just waiting to die while eating. After all, being alive is good, but being gone is also fine. And we capybaras have a principle. Don't do urgent things. And don't do non-urgent things either. In short, just don't do anything. Xiaoqie was still worried, and took the little cub to the hospital for a full checkup. Everything was normal. It was just that his emotions were a bit too stable to figure out why he didn't cry. The doctor even pinched his face. But not only did he not cry, he even grinned and laughed. The doctor initially suspected an intellectual issue too, but the results proved the child was very healthy. Xiaoqie finally felt at ease, teasing the little cub, who giggled. I looked at this warm scene and felt that maybe a life like this wasn't bad at all.